Or any underwear.
So, another hour goes by. Give me another spirit and willpower roll. Before you needed a 4, now you need a 6. Matthew, your hunter still needs only a 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd like an extra
9.
number. So yeah.
Now you're firmly in the grips of night.
21.
Now you're firmly in the grips of night, and you hear a radio call from Patricia. I've spotted, and then it stops.
Oh shit,
Oh, that's
that's
not
not
good.
helpful.
And you get
Uh-oh.
over the radio channel. You have a repair roll, so you know. Roll me your repair.
They hit him
And
with
your
a...
wild die to determine what it is that's going on.
Yep.
It's dead. It died.
I lost my skill. Number 5?
Yep.
Thank you. These are good.
All right, you have a total of 5? Occurs to you that they are jamming the radio.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Well, I told
that's
her
not a
to
sign
take a
of
look and
friendliness.
get back, so she should follow orders.
That's not a sign of friendliness.
Oh.
Yeah, but means you definitely have to wait for her to run back.
Mm-hmm.
Favorable. All right, so that means about another hour is going to go by. I need another spirit and willpower. The hunter now needs a 6. Everybody else needs 8s.
No. I got a 3.
Yes. I'm good.
You make it.
I
All
got a 3.
right, so you're operating at a -1 because you're tired.
Okay, great.
Okay? In the dark of the wasteland, you hear the wasteland version of crickets, this really weird, loud, mutated cicada going off. Yeah, that whole droning thing they do.
Ooh.
The
God, I hate
black,
that sound.
the black blasted trees with their sickly brown leaves sway in the night breeze. A couple places you hear blood bugs zipping by in the darkness. None of them get close to you all.
And that's the great thing about being in an indoor environment.
And then you hear a clanking sound. Give me notice and awareness rolls.
$12.
12.
Ah! 12. 9. And
15.
13, so 12.
15, 16. Sorry. I always forget about the +1.
So 12, 15, and
12.
Oh, wait.
12,
no.
15, and 12.
16.
Everybody
13.
passes.
13.
Coming towards the edge of the map, you see a large robotic vehicle. It has 4 big legs on it. It's one of those.
Ooh.
Okay.
The head unit where the pilot sits is extended beyond standard, and beneath the belly of it, there are a pair of tubes that look like there's some kind of weapon.
Great. Rocket launchers.
Paint is painted along the sides of the vehicle and along the front. You actually have a scope on your tank, so you actually may be able to read it. Give me another notice roll. Difficulty 8 because of the darkness.
6.
It's something in English, but you can't make it out in the darkness. By the sides of it, there are people riding Brahmin, like people would normally ride horses. Okay? And each one of these guys, he's a raider, and they look to be somewhat competent. They're wearing leather armor, they have pipe weaponry, a couple of them have good working rifles. They're all wearing white leather shirts with white leather helmets that look like a skull.
Mm-hmm.
And from the sides of the vehicle, you hear music playing, but it's too far away to make out distinctly right now.
It's like Mad Max.
Yeah, I was saying, no, that really bodes well.
Yeah, this could get ugly.
Oh. Okay.
This could get ugly. Remember, when that big robot thing, Priest, that's your target.
Nah, I don't fuck with a Morton Jet. It's his brother.
High above you,
Another one.
you hear the buzzing of the drones.
Oh boy.
Yay.
How many people are on this convoy? Does it look like?
You're looking at least 20 to 25 soldiers.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
We are grossly outnumbered.
Yes, but they're also out in the open, and we have cover and concealment.
And you got a big, big gun.
Yeah, we have a 75 millimeter
So long
tank
as they
gun.
don't blow it out of the sky.
Yes, but no wasting. Let's not waste any more shells on the drones. You want to use armor-piercing high explosive on the big Hawken vehicle in the
The
center.
only rounds the tank had available were high explosives.
Well, shit on me.
Are they in striking distance?
In the next round or two, they'll be on the edge of your ability to hit them with the gun.
In that case, still aim for that damn thing,
Or
and let's just hope that those tubes underneath it are just sheet steel. Because in that case, the shrapnel's going to go through that stuff like a fucking tin can, and anything that's loaded in those tubes is going to go boom, and we won't need armor piercing.
I'll wait it out.
Okay.
Are you awake now? Veronica?
I don't know. I should get the wasteland version of coffee, I guess.
Big Stag stops, the head unit rises, and you hear as gouts of flame explode from underneath its chin. And you hear
Mortars.
Ah, hell. Where are they targeting? No idea?
Yeah, we'll find out in a few seconds.
what's everybody gonna do?
Those poor bastards that are coming in from the east. Perhaps.
Maybe, unless they're
Yeah,
just
they're a
gonna,
little too far away for mortars.
Yeah, unless they're gonna try to pummel our area and hope that they hit something.
That's the great thing about mortars. You don't need accuracy. Just general good luck.
Anybody acting below 4?
Thank God.
No?
Me.
That is.
Oh, you got a 3?
My hand up.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. What you doing?
Well, they're outside my range for anything, so not much I can do except hunker down and hope to God the mortar shell doesn't land on me.
Yeah.
I mean, until they get within my effective combat range, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. The mortars land on the hill.
Oh,
Yeah, they
great.
see the tank. You might want to bug out.
Where?
Actually, the best place for you to bug out to would in fact be the
Boom, boom, boom,
trees.
boom. Explosions go off all around you. The tankette gets rocked on both sides.
Actually, the best
It's
location
got a decent amount of armor.
would be either the house or the trees, because the tree limbs will set off the mortars before they hit the ground.
Alright, so everything starts getting rattled in the tank. You're kind of rattled. I need a spirit roll from you because of the explosion thing going around in the tank. Your character might be flummoxed or stunned. Spirit and well die target 6. Just make it. You shake it off and you look, and some of the armor plating on both sides of the tankette are gone, but everything still seems to be pretty much together. But they definitely know where you are.
Yeah, time to bug.
Bugger, take the oh, no, they're still out of range. Yeah.
No, I said they were just on the tail end of your range. You could just it'd be a long range shot.
Yeah, how's your shooting?
Hey, I got the fucking dick. I mean, the drone, didn't I?
Yeah, he did get the flying dick.
Probably supposed to
I'm gonna go for it.
Alright, so you load around, you fire off. Roll me your smarts and your wild die. And the target number to hit them at long range is going to be a 9. Between the long range and the darkness.
Great.
Would you like to spend any chips?
Oh, what's this one?
That'll add 2. So now rather 97.
Good luck, dude. Pray.
No.
So you miss the big vehicle, but there are lots of people next to it, so you're going to hit something.
Oh, that's good.
The shell goes off, and the rectical night vision, you see people explode. You see you see one guy go flying through the air as his Brahmin gets turned into hamburger beneath him. And at that, they just charge. They just charge this way. And there's just a horde of people coming this way now. And the big four-legged stag robot starts going into high gear. It's coming this way like 30 miles an hour.
Oh
You actually
boy.
feel the ground shaking beneath its weight.
Oh boy.
So, scratch one Brahmin and one Raider.
The 2 drones, having seen him fire,
Mm-hmm.
zip this way. Like one goes that way, one goes that other way. And they just strafe it. You hear a bunch of stuff rattling off the tankette has the light armor.
So basically,
Whatever
they're
you
shipping the paint.
Well, again, they wouldn't know exactly what he's armed with.
I
All
know.
they
I'm
could do-
just saying. I'm just there chipping the paint.
But I need another spirit roll from you because it's a frightening experience for you. You're being shot at, and you're in a tin box that's not going anywhere right now. Not a problem. You don't lose a sanity point. So you're hearing gunshots all over the thing, and yeah, it might be time to start praying.
I'm gonna keep shooting at him.
All right, next initiatives.
No point running at this point.
Just
Okay,
me?
3.
10 and 10. There's his heart. Yours is a club. You will go after them. At the end of the round, you see them hightail their Brahm and everything, and they appear on the edge of the
Yeah,
map.
I'm just waiting for them to get within range. I had to hold my action till then.
Not a problem. Everything red and green is an enemy.
How well armored is this thing? I mean, it's got
The
big.
stag, it's pretty well armored.
How about the windows in the front?
Well, it's not an armored vehicle. You can actually hurt it without a heavy weapon. Regular small arms will do damage to it, but it's still pretty thickly armored.
I was just thinking of shooting through the cockpit windows. If nothing else, will discomfort them. It's kind of hard to drive and steer when you have bullets coming into the cockpit. I mean, that's what I've been told by people who've been shot at, when they've been driving cars and shit. So.
Oh no, that Colonel didn't do too bad in Black Hawk Down.
It's still discomforting.
Yeah, that guy really killed his course though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much combat experience that guy had, but he didn't crack under fire.
No. Yeah, it's still no fun having this stuff shit coming through here. Oh, piss off.
Uno mas?
What have you done for me lately?
You want to feed it to me?
Gentlemen, please keep your homosexuality under control for me while we're playing game. All right,
It
so
was very political.
you look and you see about 20 people there. They've come riding in on their Brahmin, and now you see they are indeed wearing white leather breastplates over black leotards with white skull-like helmets.
Oh
Behind
my
them,
God.
you can hear.
Oh, Jesus Oh, somebody got a hold of some Star Wars films.
I want to kill these people just out of sheer principle.
They're mixing and matching intellectual property is bad.
Bad people. I mean, if it was okay, it's one thing if it's Bugs Bunny, but come on, you do not fuck with Star Wars.
Someone got a hold of some old vid tapes and decided to make a cult. So yes, you're dealing with Fallout's version of stormtroopers.
No.
Oh,
Right.
good God
Well, hopefully
Almighty.
they don't shoot straight either, so.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. If they're actually following the stormtrooper trope properly,
Don't-
we're safe.
Don't run.
They're never going to hit us.
Don't.
As a matter of fact, our best move is to move right into the center of them so they're all facing us, and then they'll all miss us and kill each other.
Okay, Randall Williams.
Get in the fight, Bert.
Now here's the question. What happens when red shirts meet short troopers?
The red shirts die spontaneously.
He had no answer for that one.
You should get a chip for that. What happens when red shirts meet the stormtroopers? It's awesome.
Anybody have lower than an ace?
I got no. Wait a minute. I have a
Right.
4.
One group, you have lower than an ace of spades?
Is it too lower?
No.
What's lower than an ace?
Well, nothing's lower than the ace of spades, but does anybody else have any other aces?
No.
Then two of their groups are actually acting first in the round.
Yay.
You have a 2. I have a 4.
You need to get in a fight.
I know. I already had Overwatch. I haven't even used my last move yet.
There's no use running now.
I never said I was going to run. But,
This group, with their initiative, gets into the woods.
But I never used my last move, so I don't know what I don't know what that means for this. I mean, do I sacrifice it because I never used it?
Oh, I thought we did act for you last round. You did?
No, I said I couldn't. They were outside my range.
I'll give you an extra. I'll give you an extra attack this round.
Yeah, because I couldn't use it.
Yeah, I think I was the same thing, or I just was sitting there because I
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
Well, I'll give you each an extra attack this round.
He was the only one that got
And
the attack
then
because
this
he
group
had the
is
range.
going to make a double movement
Took out a Brahmin
And that will put them in the woods.
At least we got something to eat after it's all over.
and a Raider, a
At
Stormtrooper.
least we got something to eat when it's all over.
You cooking it?
Ah,
Yeah,
hey, we have some ground beef that's already cooked out there. We can just
yeah,
cook
we
it
got
up.
we got a chopped ramen out there.
Okay, I'm gonna give those groups some notice checks to
There's
see if
any
they notice
left, we can make
anybody.
sausage.
So you see these two groups run into these woods. They don't seem to notice your positions.
They gotta be fun when they come out.
Roll your repair real quick to see if you hear something on the radio.
You know, if there were any roaches in here, we stirred them up like our robots went
Another
through.
before.
Okay, you make it. You make it. So you're listening on the radio for the robot to call back and hearing just the jamming. Notice there's a static couple of bursts between the signals.
Hmm.
They are probably operating on a slightly higher band than the one they're jamming, and you're hearing parts of their communication.
Can she tune into it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
If you do that, that'll be the extra action I gave you.
Fine.
Tank Cat's still on the hill. Only one we can confirm. We don't see the others. Are you sure we got the count right from the vault?
Oh.
These guys are pretty organized for Raiders.
Not to mention the fact they actually managed to get something out of the vault. How in the hell did they do that?
Unless
Whack
they were in previous contact with the guys.
You never did see the vault go boom. In fact, you've been waiting for that sucker to go critical, and you haven't seen it go boom yet.
Oh, I just assumed it did.
Yeah, well,
I never said there was an explosion. I said you set the timer, and you ran to try to get to minimum safe distance.
crap.
So
So
they must
there's
have
been
gotten
no
in there.
earth-shattering kaboom.
Correct.
They must have gotten. in
Where
there
is our
and
kaboom?
Who set
Damn
the
it,
charge?
Marvin.
Who set the charge? Wait a minute. Do we have a saboteur in our midst?
Where in the hell? This is why we never should have hired Marvin for this.
Where's the poodle?
And your Tank Cat with
Just
you,
checking.
and your lap scared, shaking, going wee because it's scared. I was going to bring that up later, but now since you brought it up, yeah, she got poodle urine all over you because poodle's poor scared.
That's the least of my problems. It's cooling me off because I'm hot.
Oh.
Anyway, next initiatives. What do y'all got? I've got a queen and a 7. Deuce and a 4. Okay, so we go him, you. And then edit X after all of them. So, what do you do, Mr. Tank Cat?
I am charging these guys and I'm firing another round at that thing.
Okay, so the Tank Cat can move a maximum at this speed
You should
at
stay where you are, dude.
60 feet,
Yeah?
which would be 6 inches.
I figure I'd throw
If
them
you
off by
charge, you
charging
have to. If you charge, you have to either back down the hill or risk going over that sheer drop. Now, the way tank cats are actually engineered, you can actually make that 10-foot drop and hit the ground running. The engineering behind them is actually pretty unique. You can actually do that jump and land and keep going. They're designed for rougher terrain.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm going to do that.
There's a shot of a
Okay.
tank cat that's actually, I remember seeing it as a Russian tank cat,
Hit-
BT-7,
jumping jet-
actually
jumping jets.
jumping into
Yeah.
the air like a fucking sports car.
This is my.
All right, now if you go the full 6 inches, I have to impose a negative on the gun. You also have a machine gun in this tank cat. They're like coaxial, both on the same thing, so you have
Okay.
the machine gun for infantry.
He does have a machine gun.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, whatever's conducive to this move.
Right, so where do you want to go?
I'm going to head right toward that big tank.
Well, that's way past that way, so you're going to have to go through the woods then if you do that.
Okay.
Or we can take an off angle and like come here.
Let's do the off angle.
All right, so you end up here with your tank cat.
Yep.
Yeah, because you can, at least when you're out in the open, you can fire. If you're in the
The
woods, you
T
can't
by
fire.
your marker so we know where your tank cat is. And they seeing you in the tank freak out.
That was my.
All right, when
Thank
you come out of cover.
You know what gave me this idea? All you telling me
This
about
squad lights you up.
Tank fever.
cavalry
Yeah.
running toward the troops they
They
fucking
tend to
fled.
freak out. Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline. Not
Trying to
panic.
buy you some time so you can get in position and
Oh yeah,
take advantage of the confusion.
These guys right here are dead once I start.
Probably
shooting.
going to get lit up, but
These guys are dead once I start shooting.
don't forget I have that.
Holy crap! Light it up! You see a bunch of automatic fire, and you hear things bouncing off the tank cat and then coming to the side and exploding. They have grenades.
Still not
One
gonna
of the grenades actually detonates on the tank.
Don't worry about that. Grenades are like just gonna rattle you. That's not gonna do much.
Doesn't get through the tank's armor,
Unless
but
it
you
starts
smell
producing-
something. But you smell something burning.
Yeah. Unless it's an armor piercing grenade, it's just gonna push. It's just gonna.
I'll look around to see what it
up.
might be, or do I know what it might be from the smell?
You're inside the tank right now. You
Okay.
have no idea, but you smell something burning on top of the tank. I'm not gonna give you a spirit roll because you're like, ah, you're like,
Adrenaline's
oh,
pumping.
right now, yeah.
You got the coaxial machine gun too.
Now, since it's still your turn, if you wish to fire the machine gun, they have cover in the woods and they're hard to see. But these poor guys on all these Brahmin do
Light
not.
them up.
More
Okay.
hamburger.
Now, you can suppress an area of 50 feet. So you can actually suppress almost all of these guys
Okay.
with the machine gun.
Shit.
Since it's suppressive fire, you don't actually roll. I roll a luck check for them to see if they get hit by anything.
Okay.
Or you can narrow the area to just one of those groups and make that luck check even harder for them to pass.
Suppressive fire.
Suppressive fire.
Wide or narrow?
Wide.
I'm gonna go wide. So you hit as many targets as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw this many
That means they have
confusions I can.
they have the best chance to survive not getting hit.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
but it also fucks their morale up nicely.
That's what I'm thinking. See, hanging around with him pays off. I learn things.
Even if only a few get hit, it doesn't matter. Everybody's gonna start thinking that could have been me. That's the idea behind that. It's like Napoleonic warfare. It really was when those two lines of men were fighting each other with flintlocks. It really wasn't matter how many men you killed. It was about who cracked first, who broke ranks first.
Where are my D12s?
And then that's when the other side would lower their rifles to the hip with the bayonets, and then charge. And because they were
There's
already
one.
cracking, they were really broken ramp. Well, the only time things get ugly is the
All right, I
other
need
side
you to
of
roll
the ramp.
that for me. Those are D12s. Machine gun does 2d12 damage. So the first guy takes a wound of 9. His armor, his toughness, 3.
Run away! Run away!
Boom. Again for me 2 more times.
2 more times?
Yes. Only 3 people failed. Okay, that was a 10.
Ooh.
And then 1 more for me.
Yeah, I was hoping to hit that white guy.
The whites are not people. They're just holding down the map. Oh yeah, he's definitely gone. So you killed 3 of them with that massive suppressive fire. That will force a morale check at the end of the round.
That's what I was hoping for.
Only down to 19 now, boys and girls.
That's what I was hoping for, was a morale check.
Yeah, man, I figured. I just thought cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
Run the warhorse at him.
Okay.
And you got 2 shots, and she's got 2 shots.
I have one.
Now she has 1 now.
You got 1.
Yeah, because I listened
Yeah.
into the radio.
What are you guys doing?
Don't forget about Edda, though.
And Edda.
All right, I'm going to shoot this little fucker right here. Because he's right in the center, and therefore everybody
Okay.
will notice him go down.
Range from you. You were here?
No, here.
Nope, that's me.
Okay.
I've been waiting for these
So
fuckers to
it's
get in my
50
range.
feet. That's short range. That makes it a base of 4. He's got conceal. Hold on, man. I'm figuring out the shot.
Oh, sorry.
He's got concealment, so that's going to be 6, and then the darkness is going to make another 7. But you had time to aim, so careful aim shot brings it back down to a 6.
Come on, Bert.
So 6, 7, 7.
Damn.
Okay, you got to go slower with me. So you rolled a 6,
Six.
a 7, and a 7.
I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 1. So 7, 8 altogether.
All right, so a 6, a 1, a 1. You have an 8.
Mhm.
So you have a hit.
Yeah.
You're going to roll your weapon's base damage, which if I remember correctly, that rifle is 2d10.
Mm-hmm. Where did my 10 go? There it is. Where did my other 10 go?
His armor is his armor and toughness makes a total of 8, so you want to score higher than 12 to kill him.
Ooh. So 15, 16.
Dead.
All right.
You see him drop from a gaping chest wound. Just
Boys, come on, make it count.
So 11, 12,
you have a total
13.
Total of 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need a 6 to hit him. Hold on. You need a 6 to hit him. At 10, you have a raise. So that's the 2d10 from the rifle plus an extra d6. And then 13, we just shy the second raise. So you're going to roll your 2d10 plus 1d6 for damage.
Okay. 2d10 plus 6.
Yep. And again, you want to score more than 12 to kill him right away. That's 14. That's enough to kill him right there.
Okay.
I think you're rolling good, Matt.
I know. For one, generally roll well in combat. It's generally when I do non-combat shit, I end up rolling crappy. It's another reason I always play fighters in D&D. Because at least I'm not going to screw up too much. I started doing magic.
Here we go.
I flunk a magic roll.
Hunting rifles are
on a
considered
spell.
small gun. Or
There's no
what?
telling what's going to
I
happen.
can't hear you over Matt.
Hunting rifle. Those are considered small.
That's a
guns?
small arm.
Okay,
Didn't you say
I
you
gave
gave
you
it?
an four.
Didn't you say you gave it
But I don't
magic
have-
because it was
I
addictive?
have it written down,
Too
but I don't have
addictive?
the stats on it.
That's all right. I know
Said it was
what
like
my rifle is.
crack.
Okay.
So, what's your target?
Well, I'm right here, so I got this truck that's like right there in the way, so I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
get
but
that.
Right,
you're
but you can
rope-
see
you're
through
on top of the
here.
robot.
You can see through here to that. Now she's on top of a robot.
Mm-hmm.
She has a robot. She can't fire from inside it.
Oh,
So you have to be outside the robot to fire it.
can you pop the hatch and fire from that?
Okay, so the reason I showed you the picture, you could see the confines. The EVA ostrich suit
Picture?
is very, very tight.
Oh, okay.
It was designed to fit around the human body. This is the EVA suit.
Okay.
Okay, so you're riding it. You're riding essentially, it's a very small motorcycle with legs.
Okay, and
Okay.
they
And it's a
don't
completely
have-
enclosed cockpit. To fire, you'd have to open the cockpit, sit up and stand, not getting any cover from the robot. It is possible, but then you have to not basically use the robot for another turn because to make the robot work, you have to get back to the robot, close the hatch, turn it on.
Ew,
That's why I showed
Okay.
everybody the pictures.
And the robot doesn't have any weapons on it, right?
No, the ostriches don't have any weapons. They're exploratory.
Oh, okay, that was
They're
my
exploratory
mistake.
suits. Now,
I didn't realize you had to stand up. That
your
was-
ostriches are different in that whereas here I haven't drawn them where I have this black mark, which is their sensor unit. Your robots actually have a pair of utility arms you can manipulate things with.
I didn't realize you had to stand up to fire. That's all.
Like, what
I thought you
kind
could fire
of
from
utility
sitting
are?
while sitting inside it.
They have about the strength of a human being.
Okay, that's
So
my
not
bad.
something you could like rampage and wreak havoc with.
And not accurate enough to like operate a weapon or anything. It's like for clearing debris, moving a hatch.
Okay. Okay, so I'd have to pop the hatch open and then fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, only thing I'm able to do, so I'll pop the hatch and take a shot again.
Well, if you wanted to use the robot as a weapon, you could like use it to actually physically run into people and stomp them. It is a heavy robot. I mean, a heavy robot suit.
Really?
Yeah. And when they're shooting you, they're hitting the robot rather than you. That is a possibility.
How good's the armor on the ostriches?
Well, it's not designed to be a weapon of war, so you're looking at the same kind of armor that Percy has. Small arms will affect it, but it'll stop a good amount of damage. Most rifle and pistol rounds are going to stop against its metal. Or at least if they penetrate, they're greatly slowed.
But it would require the drive skill for a lot of finesse and stuff.
Correct.
Unfortunately, which I don't have a drive skill, so I think I'll stick with the gun.
All right, so you pop a shot.
Yeah.
It's going to be, yes, I know, I hear you, little doggo.
Fine.
60 feet, that's still a short range shot, so you need a 4. And the darkness is going to make 6. If his cover, it's going to make a 7.
Six.
Just missed it.
Okay. Oh well.
Oh crap!
Sorry.
God, I hope you didn't make that shot.
She's tired. Remember, she's operating -1.
Yeah. Okay, Etta, you're next. Okay, Etta's got clear shots at him.
I got a miss. And a miss.
Damn, Etta.
Dang it. No.
Hey, it happens sometimes. You roll up. Okay, so the remaining bad guys act.
Oh, he's staying right around here. Okay.
They're gonna make the morale check.
2 of these guys, it's not the end of the round yet.
Oh, okay.
2 of these guys hide in these rocks, thinking that the tank they'll have some cover from the tank hat. These 2 guys go running behind the small hub flowers that are there for some concealment. And these guys come panicking over here into this thistleweed.
Ouch.
Now, it doesn't have thorns. It's called thistleweed just because the leaf looks like a thistle. And I need you, Ray, since you're the closest, to roll a notice check to keep track of them. Give me 1 second while I roll their... Okay, 2. You have a notice of 6 or better to see them in the dark.
On a die.
Oh, and there's a lot of them going in different directions. Let's make that a 7. Keep track of all of them. And you're going to be rolling your notice. If you don't have notice, it's smarts and wild die. I know that girl.
Here, these are yours. Matt. Oh, never mind. I'm doing good on this. Ew. 4.
So you lose track of it. You're like, what? Where did they... Ah! And then you see it.
Fuckers. Boom.
The end of the round, it gets up where you can see it. It is a huge, like picture, like almost like an AT-AT from Star Wars, but cut down because it's a Fallout robot. It's probably about 20, 25 feet long, about 20 feet wide. It's big and squat, and the big head unit they've added to it does have a pair of what look to be mortars or rocket launchers on the bottom.
That's what you aim for.
Hey, Tuffy.
Set those things off.
Hey, Tuffy.
All right. Anybody have lower than ace?
Negative.
Yeah.
What's lower than an ace?
Okay. Diamonds beat hearts. You go first.
Yes. Come on, Bert.
Short range between concealment and darkness. Now you don't have careful aim. You need a 7.
Well, I've already got that, I think. Already got 12, so you want to see how bad it's going to be. And another one. So 12
Okay.
plus 2 is 14, plus
So-
6.
What did you roll for your hit roll?
Well, it was 2 6s, a 2, then another 2, and a 6.
This is why you really need to wait for what I'm looking. Okay, so you have 2 6s first.
2 6s first.
So it's 12,
Yeah, I rolled another 6 and a 2.
18, 20.
Yep, and then another 2.
All right, so you actually should have stopped at the 20.
Okay.
If I'm understanding your roll correctly.
Yeah.
All right, so 20 total. You need a 7 to hit. 20 minus 7 is 13. 13 divided by 4. You have 2 raises on the shot. I need you to roll a... actually, you have 3 raises on the shot. My apologies. You're going to roll the 2d10 for your rifle, plus an additional 3d6.
Oh, okay.
And count it all up. 12 or better kills him. And he's gone. He is so toast. As the rifle perforates his chest, he is just gone.
Red mist. That's why I look at my rifle and going, what the hell am I shooting out of this thing?
Now you should create that meme, by the way. It's in my head.
The vehicle
The hell
goes next. It sees you in the tankette. It fires the mortars at point blank range at you.
Okay.
That's not good.
He might overshoot it.
No, that's not bad. It's because mortar shells don't arm until they go a certain distance. So they may just actually just throw a couple of shells at you. They go bang and hit the ground and go.
Behind you, there's a massive explosion. The tank is directly hit. And the shell does go off.
So he did the Russian shell commander thing. Took the safeties off his shells. If you survive this, you know what that means? You hit those mortar tubes.
You hear something go pop on the right side of the tank. The whole thing kind of goes to the side and spins for a second. And you look, and the right side of the tank has a large hole in it from where some of the armor has buckled. And you see treads all scattered all over this side of the field. Apparently one of the motors blew off the whole right side of the tank's treads. Then, since he still has the action, he charges your tank.
No.
No. Where was that?
Where did my pen go? I keep losing it.
Oh, here.
Why do you keep losing it?
Give him some
I got it.
pepperoni. Give her some pepperoni. Ruthie.
So then they charge your tankette, and they try to actually kick it over with one of the legs of their robot. And you feel the thing shift as they tilt you up on your side. This time the left side. The whole tankette flips. I need you to make an agility plus wild die to see if you get hurt in the fall. Nope. So you're lying there strapped into the chair going, okay, this is not good. The tank's like on its side like this. No traction at all. And the gun is pointed right up towards the belly of the thing over top of you. I'm going to rephrase the Stag robot, which is directly over the tank.
I have combat armor on, don't I?
Would you like to spend some chips to survive this?
Yeah, I gotta save my friends.
I'm going to take that blue.
Okay.
Because really, between the batteries going boom, the ammo and the thing going boom, the fuel and the ammo in your tank going boom, you should be dead.
There's a lot of shit going boom.
Okay? As you're about to pull the trigger, the poodle looks up at you, looks at the hand on the trigger, looks at everything, and jumps through the hole in the tank armor and goes running for its life, yipping across the battlefield.
So much for loyalty. I thought this thing was the epitome of loyalty. Good traitors, bastard!
Roll your smarts and agility. Since the big, awful tank, walking tank's right over you, you only need a 4.
Why'd you roll once?
I'm taking that because that's your action.
Go! 9.
You made it.
You made a 9?
Yeah.
So you have a raise. Boom! It not only hits it in the belly, it hits the ammo compartment.
Oh.
Oh my.
There is a huge explosion. Debris and everything goes everywhere. You see the 2 pilots go flying out of the head. By the way, I meant you guys to actually keep this thing. I was hoping you'd use the tank gun on the legs.
I don't see it because I closed my eyes and turned my head.
Right? You don't see the 2 guys that go flying out of the head. One of them is wearing the white leather and everything that you see the other guys wearing. The other one's wearing a black cloak, a black helmet. He has a vibroblade that goes flying. He yells
Loot.
he yells
I know,
something.
woo!
He yells something along the lines of
Darth bit.
Basically, it's the end of Raiders.
Yeah. Vader bit the dust.
After they open the Ark.
Ba-boom. All right. Does anybody have lower than an 8? See her king.
Edda.
All right. So the 8s go next.
Morale check.
I had to make the last one.
Did any of them get hit by debris?
No.
Well, darn. Figure that at least would have happened.
These guys leave the woods and take up covering positions around these vehicles. One of them comes all the way into the woods with you.
I'm not there.
Uh-oh.
Who's that in front of me then? Is that
That's
Matt?
Edda.
It's Edda, yeah.
Oh, that's Edda? Okay, well the one gets in Edda's face.
I'm on your far right.
Oh, you're on the far right.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
the one right
I'm
here.
gonna have to get numbers for these eventually. I just didn't have time to do it this last week because I had so much going on. Okay, so have them rush Edda. They would want to risk be nowhere near the explosion, but these guys might run up to the woods.
I'm surprised nobody got any shrapnel at all, man. That was a pretty big explosion.
Wow.
These guys regroup as a unit and come forward, bounding a little bit forward behind the cars.
Or at the very least, would have gotten squished by a falling piece. I can imagine somebody looking up just the last second going, that's not good.
Percy comes out, lights up that one with his flamethrower. Think you're cunning, do you? Whoosh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, Percy.
And then the grenade that's on him cooks off because he got hit with the flamethrower. Boom! He's gone.
They got grenades on them?
Yeah!
Oh, that's probably what blew up that guy last time. Okay. I can just see Bert looking at his rifle going, what the fuck did I fire out of this thing? Shoot the guy, bam!
Bert, they see where you are, they take some shots at you.
Yeah, gotta look tree trunks.
You're getting hit by 3-round bursts. You see guys coming at you like short controlled.
Gotta love tree trunks.
And one of them manages to score a hit along your right arm.
Ah, shit.
What's your toughness?
Irk. Ugh. 6.
You are shaken and wounded.
Ouch.
So you take a shake wound, which means you can't act the rest of this round. You get to roll at the end of the round to make you recover. And you lose one of your 3 phantom wound levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to
We're trying to seriously hurt this thing.
guys that are hiding.
Ooh, excuse me.
Wish I could hold that Joker, but I can't.
I hate when you can't hold the Joker.
Why can't you hold the Joker?
Because the cards don't last more than one round.
No.
Okay, so the next thing's going to happen is, after I resolve that, the guys are coming towards Etta, all pop shots at her, and you hear her scream as she gets hit.
Ugh.
No one's sure how bad it is, you're all too far away to tell. And then you hear, since you're still in the remains of your flaming wreckage, you hear tunk tunk, and you look down, and a grenade has landed inside the crew compartment with you.
I pick it up and throw it out.
Give me a spirit roll. Spirit in the wild die to see if you have enough time.
Might want to spin a chip.
Spending a chip will add 2.
Yeah, this is pretty grave. Better do it. What do I need?
Good, because that was the Joker I'd thrown. You're going to need to get me a 6 or better. Just!
Ooh,
You grab the grenade, you throw it back out, the frag grenade goes off above you, and you hear someone scream in pain.
yes!
Because basically they were coming up, they were lobbing grenades into the tank, they're going to check it to see if you were still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, they know you're alive now.
And I know that one of them's out there.
I nailed one.
They know you're alive now.
Fucker. Yup.
Oh.
Wow.
Your turn.
Yay.
Come
Oh, you got
on,
one out just
Veronica.
right there.
Yeah.
Nail 'em.
Pop a shot at him.
Okay. It's going to be a short range shot in the dark, so 4, 6, you need a 6.
That's adding my -1.
Oh, you're right, 7.
You know, wait a minute. Is that big, huge honking thing still burning?
Yeah.
That means everything in front of it's backlit now.
Yeah, but where he is...
No, I'm just letting you know for future reference. I mean, yeah, he's behind the truck.
Yeah,
so
there's a
he's
big source light over there
Yeah.
from flames now, I see that.
So
6 on the die.
it just suddenly occurred to me that
You need a 7 though.
Yeah, so I miss again.
So you fire,
Okay.
he ducks,
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
turns towards you, and dumps his whole magazine at you. Because you've made him fall victim to panic fire.
Yes.
I might just charge him with the freaking ostrich at this point, because I can't hit him.
You hear a bunch of pings coming off the robot as bullets land all around you or roaming off the thing. You hear him go, click, 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 click.
Oh, yay.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He looks down, he looks at you, he looks down, he looks at you. And we'll resolve that next round. Alright, so take your cards, but don't resolve actions just yet. Roll for your shaken. Roll your spirit. And your wild die. You want to get higher than a... It's just phantom wounds. You want to get higher than a 4.
Not a problem.
You are not shaken. You may still act this round. Now we rolled their morale check to see how many of them are going to rabbit.
Let's see. We already have one morale check for the machine gun, another morale check for the blown up machine. Damn, how many negatives they get at this point? They're having a bad day.
Okay. Anybody going lower than a 3?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That is.
You keep giving me kings.
Sorry. So Etta, having the guy in front of her and having been wounded by him, jumps on him and just, you hear her screaming and yelling, and then suddenly he's screaming and yelling and holding his head as she's above him going, ah! Like that, and he's like going, ah! And you're the only one who can see it.
Yeah, I guess. For my
Give me a notice roll in the dark, it'll be very hard to see.
And I'm tired too, so
Well, she's in a bunch of trees, too.
just be a +1 actually.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Oh
that?
no, you have enough.
Yeah.
He is literally bleeding from his nose, his mouth, his eyes, and his ears as she's screaming at him and he's screaming back.
Huh.
Something not normal is going on. Now you roll your spirit to keep from losing some sanity.
Oh.
Ash says she's psychic. Who gives a shit?
It's Fallout. Weird shit happens.
Yeah, that's bad, dude.
6.
I'm gonna roll with giant bugs and mutated deer.
You lose 1 point because this is really freaky and scary.
I don't have
Worse than the giant robot being blown up.
She's standing over him. She's standing over him screaming. He's screaming back. He's dying from it. And then they go.
That's does not freak them out?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, they're running.
Oh, they are.
I thought, no, being machine gun didn't break them. Having their biggest machine.
Well, that's just the group around her. Now, I won't
breaks them.
I won't reveal what their morale test was. You'll have to see it on the map.
Yeah.
But at the end of every round, I do roll a morale test to see who's willing to fight and who's not. Okay, anybody have lower than a 6?
Negative.
All right, second group.
Oh, they're running for hell. They're running like hell.
Anybody have lower than 7?
I have a 7.
So spades, you go first. You see this guy get ready to turn tail and run from the tankette.
Oh, hell no. Come on, 20.
5. 7.
You can shoot him if you like.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's medium range shot now, so 6. Darkness makes 7. He's not actually dodging, so no bonus for his step. Okay, you get 7 or better.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
No.
Roll 6 again.
No.
So 10 and 3 is 13. You needed a 7. That's a hit with 1 raise. You're going to roll 2d10 plus a d6 for damage. 12 or better kills him.
Yeah.
He's like
Splat.
he's so dead.
His head turns into red mist.
These two guys, still having a little bit of bravery, come up to the edge of the tree line and take carefully aimed shots at Percy, who they can see just behind.
Oh hell no!
Who they can see just behind the truck. Neither one hits because of the distance and the darkness.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're dead.
You're gonna stop him with your robot, aren't you?
Probably.
You go first. What do you want to do?
I'm going to light these guys up.
With what?
I gave them an M16.
Harsh language. No, I have my...
He has the coaxial
The
gun.
tank
too.
is laying on its side.
The coaxial gun would still work.
Yeah, but
He can't move the gun, though. is
didn't
what
I
I'm
maintain
saying.
my military bearing, wasn't I?
Okay, hold on. The gun is attached together to the recoilless rifle, pointed forward. The tank's now on its side. Moving the gun now doesn't work because in order to actually move the gun sideways, you have to turn the tank out.
So I don't
It
have
doesn't
my...
a
I don't have
The
my...
coaxial machine gun's not on those old ball turret
No.
things. Ball
Oh.
mounts, like-
No.
Oh.
To actually turn the weapon sideways, you have to actually move the whole tankette and revolve in place.
Oh, okay. That's not what I think of as a coaxial gun. I'm sorry.
Coaxial literally means that the two guns are
No,
on
no.
the same
Coaxial
target.
simply means it's next to, but it's not. It doesn't necessarily mean the coaxials are off the map.
So I should have drawn the tankette better last
Okay,
one.
my
Last
bad.
one. I actually based this off an actual World War II tankette where the gun is straight ahead.
Okay.
Because they're trying to save space.
You're
So you have
talking
no gears, you have no
Cardinal
turret.
Lloyd? Cardinal Lloyd? Oh God.
Actually, based off a
sucky.
Polish thing, but
Oh, it's a
anyway.
Polish. That's the same thing. Cardinal Lloyd.
So you can't actually get the gun on them.
crap. That
All right.
Sucks.
Plus, in order to shoot them, you have to take a turn to crawl out of said tank, which dimension is on fire
You might want to get out of there anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going
next
to
to
get
the high
out.
explosive ammo.
I'm going to get out of the tank.
That's a good plan. I think that's a great plan. I think the GM actually should deserve a chip for that plan.
You know, I endorse
No,
that plan.
It's a great plan. It's a good plan. Let's do it.
I endorse that plan.
All right, so you're crawling out of the tank. You come out of the top of the tank. You look out. You see these guys over here running for their lives. Ah! And they're much closer than those guys way over there. And you do have a
M16.
M16.
Light him up.
All right. Do you want to take a couple of shots? You can do 3 shots around with the M16, 3 snapshots. You can do some bursts, or you can suppress that whole area because it is a full auto weapon.
Let me go for the precise. Try to take at least two of them out.
Okay. Do you want to do single rounds of ammunition, double taps, or triple taps?
Single rounds.
Single rounds. All right.
I'm going to take careful aim.
Short.
I like the fact you can double
2
tap.
2 are short and 1 is mead. So you're gonna need you need 6s for the shorts and 8s for the mead.
All right, here goes the 6s.
Hit.
12.
And give me the other hit. And roll that 6 again.
11.
German, the red mist.
4.
So it's 15. And then for the medium range shot, you need an 8 base.
8. Both of them are
But no,
just...
you need an 8 base. You have to score higher than 8. You're rolling your firearms and your Sorry, your small guns in this game and your wild die.
Need an 8.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Okay, so the mean range shot is a regular hit. Let's do that one first since that's got the least damage. M16 does 2d10 plus 2. So you roll 2d10 and add 2. That's a d8 you're holding. You know the d10.
Oh shit. 9.
Total of 9?
7, 8, 9, 11.
Thank you. Yeah, so he is not actually dead. He is grievously wounded.
Okay.
So you're squatting on the ground, wheeling, asking for mommy, huh?
Draw a little stick figure on the ground to represent a wound.
Okay. Next
All right.
guy.
Next one. Now, on this one, you actually rolled 2d10 plus a d6 because you had enough to get extra damage for the hit.
So you got one guy on the ground crying for mommy.
Oh shit. No, Tuffy. I'll re-roll it.
No problem.
Oh shit, that was a 9 too. Oh well.
Oh well.
The other one was a 1, so.
Still would have been a hit.
Not, or 6, 11, 17.
Whap. He's turned in.
And then the last one.
Same rolls, same die.
Last one is 2d10 plus 2.
Blew his chest out.
12, 13,
Yep.
14.
So you
And
get
blew his
3 of
chest
them
out.
gone.
That's why I take those slow precision aims, man.
Well, it depends on the situation, but yeah, it seemed to be definitely work out for you in this round. And they break. There are 3 of them left active on the map. They break. They don't have the cover to run away without you shooting them. Are you going to shoot those 3 remaining stragglers dead?
Keep one prisoner.
Well, there's already one kneeling on the ground crying for mommy, and there's one in front of Etta that's screaming.
Are they making an effort to try to scoop them up?
No.
I say knock the other ones out of commission and take the one that's injured hostage. Wait, you say he's mortally wounded?
Mm-hmm.
Means we have working out a time frame for him.
Yeah. I can't shoot from where I am, so you're outside my.
Well, I mean, he's bleeding out.
Oh, you didn't go yet?
No.
I'm sorry, I thought you went. What do you do? Hold on to the cards, guys.
I'm closing the hatch and I'm charging those guys because they shot a person.
They shot at her kid, man. They shot at her kid.
I am not going to detail what happens next, other than to say it's going to require the ostrich be cleaned.
I want to hear it.
There seems to be a thing with this party about ramming and running over people. First it was the forklift, then it was the tankette, now it's the ostrich. It's like,
I want to hear all. I want to hear all the gory details.
all right. So are we shooting the guy that's fleeing in the back, or
I am.
flip over your cards for initiative for me?
Is that 1 9?
Yeah.
9.
Anybody have higher than a joker?
No.
No.
Does anybody ever have higher than a joker?
I didn't know if anybody had drawn else a joker. Okay, so you suddenly hear that woman's voice in your head. Stop! She's in danger. And you feel your head basically yanked over, and you look, and where Etta is screaming at the guy, it's like you almost see the night trying to like creep in and get tendrils into her brain.
Okay, you got a better problem. You
I
got
had
bigger
this.
problems.
I had this vision in the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know who she is.
Woo!
Woo!
It's
Hello.
Etta. I didn't know that in the beginning.
No, it's not Etta.
That's
the voice,
Gravity.
the voice that's talking to you is a different voice.
Yeah, but
It's the gray woman that appeared, the alien, the elf.
oh,
You hear again in your head because Ed is expressing psychic energy and she can feel it. Stop, she's in danger. It's trying to get into her head, and you look and you actually see, you can look like, in your spiritual vision, it looks like the darkness is actually trying to creep into her skull as she's sitting there screaming this guy to death.
Yeah, go over there and chase Cthulhu off.
I go chase Cthulhu off, cackling wild incantations.
You can't quite get there normally.
Eldritch incantations.
I need a d6 to see if you make enough pace to get there.
Yeah, whip out the elder sign.
3:15, yes. So you get the extra 15 feet to get there. You can get there just to stop her. And as you near, I need a spirit roll because what's happening is very frightening and you're affected by the effect too. Spirit and wild die, difficulty 8.
That's why I'm getting kind of cool and freaky here.
What is it?
AC right on top of me.
Spirit and wild die, difficulty 8.
Oh, wait a minute.
Not a problem. You save. So as you near, it's almost like reality suddenly gets
Bends.
very, very shrill. You actually feel guilty and terrible and awful for a second.
I'm Catholic.
Almost like you want to like.
That's normal.
Almost you want to like. Your character for a second feels so grief-stricken and self-loathing that suicide for a moment flits before your mind.
Jesus.
All
Okay,
right?
maybe not Catholic. That's more Jewish.
And then as you go another step, the effect wears off because you resist the effect. And you realize that the poor guy on the ground who's bleeding from everywhere, he's feeling this, and his body is actually kind of psychosomatically trying to kill itself as she's screaming at him. And you look at her face, and she is just not there. All you see is the snarling, ravening thing.
Whack.
You smack her?
Yep.
Okay.
I gotta get her out
You
of it.
smack her, you interrupt the effect. He's crying, going, "Oh God, Mommy, I'm sorry, Mommy, I'm sorry, Mommy. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry, Mommy." Like, she takes a look at you, and her eyes for a second aren't normal. They're kind of like, in your vision, they're kind of like yellowish, almost like a predatory animal. And then that whole thing fades, and she just breaks down and starts crying, and she grabs her knife, and you can tell that she might actually harm herself right now. What do you do?
Grab it out of her hand.
Your hands go to her wrist. She stops. She looks at the wrist. She looks at you. Looks at the knife. Sees what she was about to do. And she just loses it and starts blubbering. And all you can get out of her is something in German. Online Hexen. Online Hexen.
Oh, great. She
Oh,
thinks she's a
not.
witch.
I'm not a witch.
Great. She's trying to go into something out here.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
All right. So obviously that was a very good firefight for you guys.
You're welcome, Bert.
That was pretty one-sided
Some of the loot
overall.
got blown up.
Except
but
for
yeah.
losing our take, you know. Which, and let's face facts, we're going to abandon and blow it up anyway the next day. So, you know.
What did Bert
It
do
went
that
out well.
entire fight?
What's that?
What was Bert doing that entire
Bert was
fight?
popping shots.
You were?
I killed everything
Yeah,
I
you
shot
did.
at.
And two of you got hit. Bert
All right.
and
Good job,
Bert and Etta
Bert.
both got hit. So it was a.
Good
I
job,
killed everything I
Veronica.
It
shot
wasn't,
at.
I would call, a fair exchange, but it does show that if you don't plan things out, even if you do everything right, bad stuff can happen. Which is one of the reasons I like the combat system. Can you please take that off your forehead? Card. All right, so, and the remains of the battle as things have been destroyed.
Now it's time for Veronica to go into action. Gets her loot.
You do realize now we
Yes.
have crap loads of ammunition.
Yep.
Oh
We
yeah.
have just won a shit ton
Of
of
booty.
semi-automatic weaponry.
Yeah, but it's all pipe quality.
Who cares?
It's still valid.
The ammo itself.
All
is
right,
still
so
decent.
Can I
on your
make
3x5 card where you're writing stuff down, in case you want to know, here's the haul.
Hold on.
You will find a total of 100 rounds of 9mm ammunition, which is what they were using, which is very light ammo.
Yeah, it's still. Hey, we got a 9mm.
While they're doing
block.
that, by the way, I'm
You
looking
will
toward
have
the west.
10 working pipe SNGs. And from the suits that you can scavenge together, you have 8 working suits of leather armor. There are Brahmin all just kind of like mulling around, muling from some they left behind, others that didn't run away. You also picked up 6 Brahmin.
Ooh yes.
We're gonna eat well tonight.
Now, those are the ones that are alive to keep alive.
Oh.
As far as food goes, you have to work fast to keep it all from rotting. There's about 70 points of food
We
between the
got
Brahmins that are dead that have been injured.
we got a
that are
robot
accessible.
with a flamethrower, so we could probably just cook it all up and then.
I was hoping you wouldn't think about smoking it like that. If you smoke all the Brahmin meat, you will actually have 300 points of food of Brahmin jerky, but it will occupy all the people the rest of the night, except for the person consoling Etta, because she's frankly she should not be left alone right now.
Yeah, you stay with
Yeah,
her.
you
I'll
see
do.
if the.
While they're divvying up
We'll
the hall,
work with all
I'm
this
looking
stuff.
toward the
You
west.
keep an eye out
for
for
other-
Patricia.
For that
Oh
other
yeah. there's-
group.
Well, they were coming from the east. The west is where the attack
Or
was
the east, right? I'm looking east.
Right. It's getting closer. I mean, you can see the light now is like maybe less than a mile away and coming this
And
way.
this whole exchange didn't scare them off at all, it doesn't look like.
They probably have heard it and are now coming to investigate, but they're going to come carefully.
Okay.
All right, how about Patricia?
Yeah. Can I radio
No,
Patricia now?
no radio signal from Patricia.
That's not good.
They probably blew her up. I told her to be careful.
So, all right. So, Etta's sitting
away
there
our
blubbering
favorite
in your
toy.
arms, Mr. Priest. Let's roleplay that for a bit.
What's that?
You took
She
away our
gets done
favorite toy.
crying
Okay.
and blubbering.
You took
and-
away our favorite toy.
She just
You're gonna
so
have to
then
fight for that.
backs away from you and like looks very uncomfortable because she was touching a man. And she like gets over and like gets her clothes back together and looks down and she says something in a very small little girl's voice. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be wanton.
Eh. That was even crossing my mind.
You realize the word she just used, right?
Yeah, wanton. I know what she meant.
Okay.
She thought she was being a little strumpet.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
You're a priest. Figure it out.
It's your job.
Priests are supposed to comfort people, make them better people, put broken people back together.
Yeah, but my
Have
guy
fun.
is my guy is more weary. Do you know what was about to attack you?
She looks up to you horrified. I don't remember anything other than hearing the voice tell me how angry I was. And then I screamed him to death.
What are you gonna do with the penis?
I don't want to be a witch. I don't want to go to hell.
Why did you think you were being wanton?
Yeah, you realize we got like 6 or 7 pairs.
And you tell for a moment she's not sure exactly how to express this. And then she says, they teach us that women aren't supposed to touch men except for their husbands.
Who's that?
The elders.
The elders of what? Which,
The elders of my church.
Oh, what's the name of your church?
Oyster stew.
The forefathers. And suddenly she looks at you, she's like, how do you not know the forefathers?
A little before my time.
I've been away for a long time.
They were all of the Vania and the forefatherland, and want to make everyone believe like they do. They believe they have the one true Bible, and it has certain demands of women.
May I ask who your God is?
God. Gott. She uses the German for it.
Who is your God?
You notice that she's wearing a cross.
Ah,
She's wearing a cross, so she has the preacher's
you
license.
know
So
of
it's some
Jesus?
kind of Christianity.
You know of Jesus?
Of course we know of Jesus. He commands us all to go forth out and make all people believe as we do, and those that won't believe get slaughtered by the sword.
Yahweh's your God?
Well, that's what the Israelites called it, but they were a sinful and prideful people who could never really hear God clearly.
Do you hear
Why
God?
are we talking about theology right now? I just killed a man. I just committed murder.
Do you hear God clearly, wench?
No woman can ever hear God, so say the scriptures.
Okay.
And you're starting to get a sense of
Don't use the
that
word
religion is fucked up.
wench. Don't use the word wench.
I was
Sure,
trying to get a rise out of her, get her to say
Instead, she goes
something.
all submissive immediately.
Yeah, you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing with somebody who's in this situation.
Leave her alone.
No, it's not that. I mean, didn't somebody...
Let's roll your smarts, because there'd be certain policy treating that you would have gone through that apparently you as Ray are not familiar with priesthood.
Yeah, I'm not. I
Talk to
wouldn't
you.
do all
I'm
this.
getting that now. I thought you had a bit more
No, I have no
knowledge of
experience
that.
this.
All right, roll your smarts real quick.
It's also
and your wild die. Difficulty's 4.
Also dealing with traumatized females going over.
It occurs to you the best thing for you to do right now is just be next to her silently and let her know she's not alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is for a couple of reasons. One, whatever weird effect took hold of her wanted her to kill herself.
Mhm.
So you can't trust her alone right now. Two, it's clear that she's been raised in some kind of traumatic cult, and she's believing all these things about herself right now that aren't true. So quoting things like spiritual sages and Bible verses and things like that to try to console her and make her feel good about herself and that God loves her, probably the way to go. Lots of gentle, low talk, like you would to somebody who you're not sure has full comprehension of what's going on around them. Like you wouldn't be confrontational, basically.
No, I got you.
The best way to think is like, think of what happens when your mother wants to console you when you're feeling bad, right?
Got it.
That kind of thing. So we're saying you're doing that the rest of the
I'm
night.
doing that.
Also, she just thinks she committed murder when in fact it was a combat situation. So you need to convince
Right.
her that it's not
But
murder.
she's thinking it's a murder because of how it went about,
Yeah,
right?
you need to convince her this is not murder.
So I need a speech roll from you. Speech plus your wild die. And it would be pretty difficult to keep her calm and fully convince her, so I'm going to say that the rating on this is going to be an 8.
Nothing else, at least calm her down enough so we can talk to her in the morning. Once we've got done butchering.
Nicely done. So with a raise, you manage to get her
So
calmed
you just
down,
went
and
full
you manage to get her
Billy Graham
calm enough that she goes to sleep.
So holy shit, he went Billy Graham level, huh?
He went Billy Graham level. Good reference, by the way.
Was Billy good? Was Billy Graham good at
Billy Graham is one of the most
placating all of them?
Billy Graham is one of the most well-known and probably influential evangelical pastors in the United States history. He is a near universally adored evangelist.
Okay.
Let's put it this way, even the Pope likes him.
Yeah.
He's also a man who could have died a probably close to a billionaire, and yet lived in a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house.
He was one of those rare true believers of his religion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Can I take this opportunity to have one more piece of your awesome buy?
Oh yes, go ahead. Go grab that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Those of you who are gathering stuff.
Oh yes, I am looting to my heart's content on every.
I liked
possible
your
thing I
name
can
for it,
possibly-
James the Hall.
The hall.
That was pretty good.
So you're looking through the wreckage, and it occurs to you that you actually might, if you're daring, be able to get the fission batteries out of the stag. The way the stag works is that it has a fission battery hooked up to each leg.
Ooh.
All right, because they need that much power to make that thing work.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike fusion cores, which go boom, the fission batteries have a set charge in them already.
Mm-hmm.
They're called fission batteries because of how the electricity got there. They're essentially just a big, powerful electrical battery.
Okay.
So you might be able to save some of those.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
You go for that. I'm gonna butcher the meat. That's kind of what I'm good at.
Mhm.
So you really sure you don't want this dick?
Yes, I'm positive I don't want Brahmin dick.
Okay. I throw that away. Seriously though, that's actually considered a delicacy in some
I know.
countries.
I know.
I ain't gonna make oyster stew.
I was
though.
watching a Travel Channel special. It was a Bourdain special. He was still alive. Where he was in Vietnam, and when they were cooking up the cow, he thought they were just going to use the meat and the stuff he's expecting. He wasn't expecting them to use the blood. And they actually have a soup they make out of the blood.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So did the English.
okay,
Yeah.
a little
They did.
grody, but gonna use all of it because we don't want any of it to go to waste.
It's called blood sausage. We use it in England.
I
It's
got
also an
four.
English dish too.
Got a 4.
Yeah.
So you're picking through the stuff, and you get the one battery you can't save, and you lose it, and it falls into the fire in front of you and goes and catches on fire.
Correct.
And then in the crew compartment, you see their logbook, their notes.
Of course.
You grab it, you start paging through it, and you see contact radio logs with somebody in a place called Brightwater. You know that town we left?
He got
So
sold
they
out.
were.
They got a spy in Brightwater.
They
got
got.
sold
I told you there was some kind of a.
And you see radio logs going back and forth with someone they have codenamed Roger Moore.
Oh.
Okay, going over my head. Who's Roger Moore?
Played James Bond.
Okay.
All right.
He was the second James Bond.
Oh, okay.
So you see all these codings in there for like some of the things, and then you see where they've like been talking to this Roger Moore person, whoever that is, in Brightwater. They've been getting times, places. They knew when you were leaving. They knew when the regulator arrived. Sorry, the reclaimer arrived. They didn't know exactly where the vault was.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, before the Sparrow came out, the guy that whoever they're talking to, is Roger Moore, made it a point to like be hiding in darkness. And the reason why they found you in the Sparrow is he transferred them radio beacon active on bird.
Ah, so.
So
these
somehow, when you
still-
guys were landing, this guy was good enough. He got out there and he slapped a radio beacon on the bird without being caught.
Ooh, okay.
That is an extremely high level of stealth
Yeah.
and daring. I mean, to get underneath the rotor wash of an active helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well.
So now you're gonna give a spy over in Brightwater.
Percy, keep an eye out for that guy coming in from the east.
Oriana.
Will do, sir.
Now, would there be any way I could find where Patricia went? Any possible way?
Well, her head's sitting on the dashboard.
Oh,
They blew her apart.
okay. Well,
So-
I can still take her head. It's parts.
Yeah, for some things, it's all you need.
So if you're scrounging all this up, it's going to take a couple of hours. Plus, now you're immobile to smoke all that meat.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Percy, get over here.
About an hour and a half later, coming out of the east, you see 5 people riding on Gamals. Now, Gamal is a mutated camel. Much like a Brahmin has 2 heads, these camels now have 2 heads. All right.
Oh, that's
They also have a longer back with 3 humps.
So they have 2 opportunities to spit at and bite at you.
Oh, yay.
And these guys come running these Gamals, and one of them sits up in his stirrups when he gets near, and he puts his palms up, and he calls out questioningly, Salam alaikum? Don't shoot?
Yeah, it's okay.
Lansing forever, down with the foxtails?
Don't worry about it. We've already killed 20, 30 people. We're plenty satisfied.
He gets down off his camel. He comes walking
Get
forward.
out of there.
And you look, and he's dressed in like most singers are dressed for the environment. He's a white guy with a big red beard, and he's wearing it.
Quit.
I just memorized this. Tafia?
I don't know.
The Muslim version of a head covering.
Yeah. Which one? There are so many.
The one that almost looks like a Jewish kippah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to call it a takia.
Yeah.
He's wearing a headgear that lets you all know that he's a Muslim. And you can also get that when he yelled out Salam Alaikum when he was first stopping. He walks out to the party and he's like, wow, fire, brimstone, and death. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, just had some raiders.
I'm bleeding a little bit.
Well, yeah, they've got a couple people that are injured, but I think, when we had stim pack you guys already? Though?
Yeah, well, we haven't really stopped.
No one declared it.
We just been butchering.
Well, it's also a phantom level. It's not like he really needs the stim pack. You might want to save it. You just bandage it up, disinfect it.
Would Edda need to
Okay,
stim pack?
the guy calls back, Amana! A woman comes down. She's also got a rifle on. She walks over. She bows to everybody, and she's not wearing any like face covering or anything, but she's wearing the same kind of head covering he is. Amanda, my sister, is a doctor. She'd be happy to see your wounds.
Actually, could you see to that guy first? That's bleeding out. The raider.
She takes one look at him and goes, he's going to need a stem. Is he worth it?
Possibly. He might have intel.
Yeah, he's worth it.
Oh.
Somebody
She looks at the stem pack. So I take it he was a very bad man?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The worst.
She puts the stem pack in his groin and hits the plunger.
I like her.
Her brother sort of goes, what did we talk about giving grace? I was unmindful. For those who don't know, that's the Muslim version of saying, I broke the laws, bad me. He just looks at her and goes, oh, God. You must forgive my sister, she has some pretty strong opinions about evil men.
I like her.
We were on our way to meet up with my cousins who live out further off in Coneyland to pick up a herd of Brahmin and saw the fire. You sure you need any help?
Well, if we got, I don't know how much meat we got here. If you're in the mood for some rations, we got plenty.
I thank you for your hospitality.
Also boiling up some oyster stew over here.
He just kind of smirks. No, thank you. Now, the whole reason I had these guys in games was I wasn't sure if you had any transportation to get back to Brightwater, which you guys still do, because you did well. That's the reason why they were here originally. So now I don't have much reason for them to be here. Other than, so we're hearing news coming out of the east that there's been a bit more of a hubbub along the trench works. Have you heard anything on the radio? I mean, are we back at war?
Well, we haven't really heard much of anything, actually. We've been kind of busy.
Well, be careful as you go east. We might be at war with the Quebecois again. I mean, what I heard on the radio sounded pretty bad. And then they basically spend the night there with you guys, so you have some people to socialize with and talk to. When they go out for their evening prayer, does anybody talk to them, or does anybody want to join them or observe them? Or?
I will.
Okay. So you walk out and you see that their religion hasn't changed that much from what you remember. But when they go out to pray, they do something different. Now, being a Catholic priest, you were fairly well educated on what the other major religions competing with you were. There's a part in the Muslim Salat, and it's been years since I read it, but if I remember correctly, there's a part where you have to do something facing towards Mecca. They don't face towards Mecca. Instead, they look straight up. So rather than face towards where Mecca would have been on Earth, it's almost like they're going directly to heaven now for their set point. And then they finish, and they basically all start bedding down for the night. Since you are from the pre-war era, so I'm going to ask them about changes and stuff that have happened. Okay. These guys are a sect of Islam called the Nurist Islam. Nur is a Arabic word which really means fire. It's often used to also mean soul. And from talking, you see that this basically, like if you're going to have a reformed Islamic movement, these are these guys. As you talk to them, you see that they don't follow a lot of the Hadith. They don't follow a lot of the Sharia. It's very, very watered down Islam. And you have to help think to yourself that maybe the pressures of the wasteland to help make that happen.
Yeah, two things are going to happen in religion in the wasteland. It's either going to be very, very watered down in order to survive, or they're going to turn into utter fanatics.
Yeah. When you all go to bed that night,
Not much in between.
what do you all plan to do in the morning to get somewhere? I mean, you could possibly persuade this small caravan to turn around with you guys and walk you back to Brightwater. Because it occurs to all four of you that none of you really know how to get there. Ed has never been there before. And you could possibly rely on Matt to guide you there. But he flew out here in the dark, so that might be iffy.
Yeah, there was no way
They
out.
came from Brightwater, so you might be able to travel with them back. That's up to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some stuff points I could probably trade with them to make it worth their while.
Yeah, that's what's having got plenty of food.
Oh, we're talking about trade, are we?
Dude, you're talking about trading with Muslims.
Suddenly you realize something.
What?
I'm looking at Ray. One thing has not changed. The merchant is still the primarily admired profession in this religion. Oh, really? Trade, shall we?
I like
Sure.
these.
Well, I have these vintage, never before unwrapped movie posters. Impress everybody with how cultured you are? He unrolls part of it, and you see Spaceballs, the movie. Not your thing? Okay. No, but he tries to pound all the junk off on you first.
Of course.
Spaceballs.
When that doesn't work, you get to a barter contest. This is an extended contest. What's your barter score?
I got a D8 plus 2.
Holy shit, good girl.
He also has a D8 plus 2, so you're just rolling D8. Somebody has an advantage.
What's his name?
So I'm just rolling a D8, not my
His sister was Amada. He's Muslim Joe.
Muslim Joe?
He's Muslim Joe.
I'm rolling just a D8,
Is
not
that a
my
humanoid from the D
Same.
poster?
I'm rolling a D8, not my
Hey, if
wild
he's got a Casablanca poster,
This is
I
a
might
different kind
buy
of
that.
contest.
Okay.
All right, so getting this is an extended social contest.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna roll your 5d8 since your barter die is a d8.
Tuffy looks great, by the way. What was his surgery or her surgery?
She had an ACL repaired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She looks like she healed well.
Yeah, she's
Need a couple
doing
more?
pretty
Was
good.
she ever limping or anything? Or
Yes, that's why we ended up taking her in.
no, I mean post surgery.
Yes,
Yeah.
she still limps a little bit. We're still working on that part.
Yeah.
Here's some 3 more dice for you, sweet.
She looks like she's healed up well.
Oh, you got some of your own?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I think I need one more, though. I don't have, yeah, I just need one more.
Here's one more for you. And then you're also gonna roll a d6 for your wild die. Just
Oh,
one
just
D6.
one D6. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Now,
all
unlike the regular system where you add the wild die to each of the dice, these are just all done independently.
right. Okay.
The success number is 4. You're both trying to get more successes than the other. And raises do count.
All right.
Yeah, that hurt.
Looked like you were struggling for a second.
That definitely felt
He has 4 successes altogether. Oh, 5.
I did not roll very well.
You have 1 success there because we're going for number 4.
I almost bought this.
You
thing.
end up trading him half of what you have on here.
You better not traded my shit.
Except for this extreme layer, because that just...
Yeah, half the regular stuff.
So...
You only get half the price for it, though.
Okay.
But in return, let me get out my gear book here.
Hey, I just wanted to trip back to Brightwater.
Yeah, they got into trading back and forth.
Hey, you know, scavenger, traders, that kind of, you know, stuff that she does.
Yeah, but this time you get your ass kicked.
Yeah, well, I rolled really bad.
She did.
I rolled
Well, I'm just
bad.
glad your mom wasn't here. Not only she's been very disappointed, she probably would have sold her.
My mom's not a scavenger. She actually kind of looked down on it.
Yeah, well, she's been very disappointed in you right now. And you probably would have sold her too.
I
Where's
wouldn't
my
have
item
hesitated.
list? I had an item list in here, didn't I?
You have that.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Hold on. I put the weaponry first, I guess it must be the back of the guide. Stuff points, yeah, here we go. Stuff points, burned out, weight. Wake of Vault, I haven't printed off a copy of it yet. Let me pull it up on my Google Drive.
Puppy kitty.
She's a good puppy.
Puppy kitty.
Yes, she is.
You know. You
So
were
the other day I had her
supposed to
walking,
have that
and she's still got this weird thing of socializing with other dogs. Some dogs she has no problem with, other dogs she just completely freaks out, right? This Chihuahua comes up, barking bloody murder, trying to defend its turf against her. And she just looks at it amused, like, okay, it's a little puppy being cute. It's so cute. She gets nose that she sniffs it, she's okay with it, and all of a sudden, I just hear come out of Tuffy's mouth, and I'm like, whoa! It's just hard to figure out what set her off with him. I still don't know exactly.
Maybe it was something in
Fallouts,
doggy language.
items. I think she's just tired of his shit.
Raising a non-violent child. How not to raise a Viking.
Okay, there's some good stuff there. Thank you very much. Vehicles, modified, Fallout hymns,
No, there was a
missions, Fallout text shields, robots, drones,
one of
combat
the in that
bots,
Viking TV
adventure
series.
items.
They have boneless. You hear of the boneless. They have a scene in there when he's still a child that he gets teased by this guy, the other kid for of course having crooked legs. So he takes an axe out of a log nearby and then comes up behind the kid and then basically brains him to death with the axe. And everybody's more or less kind of, holy shit, kind of shocked by this. But nobody condemns him for it either. Because after all,
Average
for a Viking,
size.
you insult somebody and turn your back on them, you deserve what happens to you.
3 caps each.
Ivar, that's his name, Ivar the Boneless.
50,
Which,
that
by the
would
way, is a real
be
person.
150.
Though he didn't actually do the whole braining thing, that was another Viking. He was the
So you
founder
ended
of
up coming out with 400 caps out of it.
That was the founder of Iceland, by the way. That was actually it. They have, in the TV series, they have Floki being the founder of Iceland, which is kind of weird.
Okay, so the trade goes well, and what am I hearing from the party? You want to go back to Brightwater alone? Do you want to convince them to go with you? What's
Well,
the plan?
that's the point of the trade. Was I was trading with them
To convince them
Oh,
to
to
go
convince
with
them to
Yeah.
go back. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've definitely made it worth our while. Oh, we
Oh,
thank
very
you so
much
much.
worth your while, apparently.
We are going to be great friends. Awesome friends. We will be your best trading partners.
I walk over to a tree and just start slamming my head into it.
That
Oh,
night,
that hurt. Oh, that feels better now.
that
The
night,
pain is taking away the other pain.
that night, between the smoke from the fires, the smell of the meat, and the cooking off big robot you're not being able to put the fire out of because it's a big machine of war.
Yeah.
You all have unsettled dreams, obviously. At some point during the night, you feel someone sneak next to your bedroll.
I do notice roll for anybody scooping around my camp.
Is it Bert?
No, it's not Bert. No, I'm doing it because I'm a paranoid SOB.
I would tell you if
wanderer
you
in
had
the
to
wilderness.
be afraid. It feels like it's a female person.
Can I see in the dark? Is it light enough?
Yeah.
What's
One
she
of
doing?
the, one of the girls from the caravan.
What is she doing? Hello?
So, I don't have much time.
Something you want to tell me?
She tries to seduce you.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Bert already did that. I'm good.
She looks
Shut up!
She looks at your character and goes, "Is there something wrong with me?"
No,
He's a priest. He's the halibut. Go to sleep.
I'm a holy man.
And
I'm Catholic.
What's that?
now you get a real look from her. She's like, "I've never heard of Catholics."
I'm gay.
All you have to say is the word celibate. They know what that means.
I've only heard of the Novapax creatures.
I'm celibate.
Well, you're no fun. You feel someone come up next to you. It feels like it's a female someone.
Oh, jeez.
We haven't got much time. Come on.
We need somewhere private. Maybe the house?
Not that private.
We need to get farther away that the sound won't carry in.
Is he your dad?
No.
Is he your father?
Uncle.
Uncle? So basically, if he catches us, I get a knife in the back.
A little bit of danger adds to the spice.
Ooh.
That's okay. I like my balls right where they are. Thank you very much. And when we get to town, however...
Narrowly averts the problem. Okay. She looks at you. She's like, "When we get to town?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Peja.
Bird.
Trap.
Birds. She walks away.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Hey, as Malcolm Reynolds said, trap.
Trap.
The journey back takes several days.
Mm.
Jesus. Uneventful?
Didn't say that.
You had to go and give him ideas, man. Shut up.
The journey back takes several days. During those several days, we need some travels rolls. We're going to go ahead and do a fast travel scene here. I assume you're going to be wanting to avoid any contact from creatures or anything else of that nature.
Like, duh.
Yeah.
Okay. At one point, you see a giant scorpion, and by giant scorpion, I mean the thing is like 25 feet long.
Ah,
Ouch.
It fortunately has no interest in any of you.
yeah.
It seems to be eating part of a smuggled Brahmin caravan, though. The Brahmin smugglers you all first met.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently ran afoul of it and sent all the old Brahmin they didn't think they could use to go distract it.
Mm. What's travels?
Travel skill?
I don't have it.
I believe Matthew has it, and Etta has one as well.
Well, what trait is that?
Well, actually, only one person in the party needs to roll this one.
Oh, okay. Well,
The fast travel system works a bit differently.
Okay.
Alright, so Matt, since Etta has it as well, you're rolling at +1. Target number is 4s.
And we're good.
I need you to roll 3 dice, though, 1 for each day.
Okay, well, that's 1. And we'll hold 2 for hair. And we're good on those, because those are both 4s.
Okay?
And then 1 more. And we're good on that one, too. Because I got a +1 on that.
Okay.
So, yep.
There's nobody trailing you, so you don't have to roll for stealth checks. I'm then going to need to roll dangerous checks. Same thing, travel skill again.
Alrighty.
Since everybody's well armed, if there's a danger encountered, I'm going to have you all make some firearms generic rolls.
4 and a 1. So we got at least one day going to get screwed.
Okay? And the third day?
And we're going to get screwed on that day, too.
Oh,
Alright, so everybody make 2 firearms checks. The target number for this is 15. Every point you score under 15 means you expend 2 rounds of ammunition.
That's small gun.
Yep.
So I'm just rolling a straight die.
Yep. And normally we do food and water checks as well, but you guys have plenty of food and water, so I'm not going to worry
Yeah,
about
one day was good.
10?
Okay, one exploded.
One day was
so
good.
What was it again?
it. The target's 15. For every point you have under 15, you spent 2 rounds of ammunition.
15.
So the target number is 15. For every number you have under 15, so like if you rolled a 3, that'd be 12. You then multiply that by 2, you spent 24 rounds of ammunition.
Okay, well. Then this one is. Total of 9 on that one.
So on that one, 9 9 is 15 is 6. You spent 12 rounds of ammunition.
Yep, and I spent 15.
Fortunately, we have plenty from the store, so I'm not too worried about it just yet.
Yep.
Okay.
That's only half a magazine of the
About
M16.
5 days later, you come into Brightwater.
It's half a magazine, I'm not worried. 20 magazines
Check the
of
recording.
M16, I'm not really panicking. Let's see, yeah. So actually, no, we got 30 magazines of the 5.56, so I'm not worried.
That one went longer than I thought.